Welcome back to Cleftlan Nights, the never-ending gaming story that takes place over many alternate worlds. This is for the gaming that took place during the week of 3 October 2017, and this is our 39th episode. So, where we last left our heroes, the first world, Cleftlan, day 2. Many miles north of Cleftlan, the Caravan Security group had just drove off the goblins that had attacked them. The security for the caravan is made up of Yu, Hunwu, Hans Kaiser, Runestone, Mei Li, Lorenzo Theory, and Alex Prentice. Alex Prentice and George Washington. Using his 0G powers, Hans moves a tree that was blocking the road and tossing it up and over the forest. And using her rune power, Rune dispels some blind spells on Alex and George that were over their eyes. That were casted by the the Goblin Witch Doctors. Hans gets in the driver's seat of his wagon, getting ready to go. At the same time, Yu is getting Alora Clendathu, she's an elven mage, off the wagon to bring her to be healed by Rune. And at the same time, meanwhile, down south in Mifflin, Chris Masters, who is possessing the body of Ray and Golden, arrives at the Tower of Science. Well, this is last week anyways, but with the 5 Reds to save Diana Olympia. And the 5 Reds are made up of Red Rook, Red Siren, Red Queen, Red Blade, and Red Guard. Named by Christopher Masters. They talk to the AI called Dawn on the 33rd floor of the Tower of Science. Not getting all the answers they want, they wind up leaving the tower, and since they can't make it, that's pretty much most of what happened in Cleftlan. And what I'm waiting for is to see is, since the security of the caravan can't make it back to Cleftlan by nightfall, and are they going to be what are they going to do when they stay at the inn of the Holdfasters, which is where they're delivering this caravan to? And also, I wonder, is Christopher and the Reds going to be able to save Diana? Still waiting to see these things. Next, where we last left our heroes on Earth-10.3 it's still 11 July 2017, and on the Asteroid, where we last left them off, the team INTERcept met the team Stormwatch. They met in the shuttle bay. INTERcept is made up of Andrew Moore, Carol Danvers, Hank McCoy, and Nina Thurman. Stormwatch is made up of Ray Moore, Jody Ritz, Chris Ritz, Joel Hastings, Alex Prentice, Kitty Pryde, Megan Morse, Corey Andar, and Ileana Rasputin. Hank unloads off of Serenity, the ship of Steve Rogers. From the the Chicago breeding colony, the refugees are escorted to the Tropicana by Alex and Megan. Andrew uses the transporter up in Ops to beam down to Malden, Essex, England, and this is where Andrew is preparing a new identity as a Interpol agent outside of the Braddock estate, because he wishes to recruit somebody there, I believe. And Chris, he uses the transporter and ops to beam down to Hollywood. And what my questions are is like, for this world, is who is Chris and Andrew going to recruit, and are things going to be peaceful on the asteroid with these refugees being up there? 20 some of them. So we'll see. And on the next world, on Earth 10.3, still 30 May 1993, where we last left our heroes in Wakanda, Connor's team meets at the Royal Palace. His team is made up of Connor Kent, Laura Kenny, and T'Challa. They decide to get all together on board their ship Hades and travel to Monaco. In Ottawa, Omega Dawn arrives. Omega Dawn is made up of, right now, Marcus Lord, Jean Grey, Hal Jordan, and Wanda Lenshaw. Oh, and Aurora Monroe. Marcus and Jean go down to Madison Jefferies' house, and he's living in a poorer section of Ottawa. It never really says online. I can't really find where he came from, so I'm using Ottawa. I hope the creators don't mind. And hearing Madison's brother Lionel in the background, they know he's there. Basically, they tell Madison about their team and about maybe a fake internship at Stark to get him to want to join. And as soon as he wants to, that's when Marcus asks the question, "Do you want to join my team?" And then he does. And they arrange for him to meet them down the street. Jean and Marcus walk down the street, and they all get up on Noni and fly away. And meanwhile, in the undersea city of Atlantis, Earth Force arrives to deliver the dead body of Namor the Submariner. Yes, Tyr, he has died, and he was killed by Black Lantern Wolverine. Earth Force is made up of Beth Tanaka, Ray Moore, Barry Allen, Artemis, Kendra Saunders, and Clarice Ferguson. And they turn the body over, they give their condolences and explain that a Black Lantern had killed him. And they probably know that the Black Lanterns yesterday just attacked most of America. So they leave on their ship Pele after that to Star City. And where we last left our heroes in the Caribbean, meanwhile, on the island of Belladonico, which is a made-up island. Yeah, DC makes up plenty of places, so why can't I? Me and Frank made it up. The Team Pantheon prepares for a wedding, and Infinity returns home. Pantheon is made up of Chris Ritz, Gray Ritz, Alex Prentice, Tempest Odinson, Rogue, Holly Day, Megan Morse, Sam Corso, and Cindy Moon. Big team. Infinity is made up of Frank Corso, Zana, John Jones, Hercules, Owen Reese, Lenia Protovna, and Merlin. And after they leave their ships, Frank and Sam talk for a little bit, then head to the resort. Carter, Tempest, and Alex Holly talk on board their ship Gregory, and Tempest then shortly after flies to the only village on the island called it's not Trinidad, it's Tranquilidad. And Rogue and Megan prepare for the wedding at noon. Yes, it's taken a long time to get there, but we play so many things during this time. There's conversations and then jokes that break out throughout the night that keep us from finishing. And so my questions for this world is, what questions you could have. Who are a Megadon, Earth Force, and Connor's team going to recruit? Like on Earth-10.24, they recruiting teams is big part of the storyline. So, and what else is going to happen before the wedding? Who else might show up to this thing? Because a lot of people are being invited. So, and I go, stop. Comment time. So last week I got a comment from Ray Moore, and he says the U.S. government goes on a great power trip. It goes on a power trip. So much for international relations. Frank makes more power moves, and I am not even sure what the others are working towards. And my response to that is like, sometimes we don't know what they're doing, and I'm finding out as they're doing it. And what's going on with the U.S. government is still up to debate. The characters, yeah, they're not knowing. There's closest one to figure out anything might be Infinity and INTERcept, and Frank seems to be making power moves. Are these really power moves? From the outside, it looks like it. But what's going on in the inner sanctum of Infinity? I can't. I wish I could. Make a podcast and then everybody could hear everything, and then they go, "Oh, I actually heard that." So maybe that's something down the road. But so that's the end of comment time and the end of our episode. So if you like the content, hit like, the little thumbs up. If you want to make a comment, there's a comment thing down there, and maybe I'll go over it at stop comment time next time, and if it's not too ridiculous. And I would, it'd be great if you subscribed. There's also a little notifications bell that will sound a little notifications on your mobile device, should you click it. And everybody else, peace, one love. Enjoy the week, October, and the fest. All right. Bye.